bigger and smaller.
Hello everyone, so how's life? Hopefully you're okay. And welcome to our K2A math class. So are you ready to learn? If you're ready, get started. Okay, so today we're going to learn about Unit 2, that we'll learn about my family. Okay, so about Unit 2, we're going to go to the part 1, about number 1, that we're going to learn about two adjectives, or we can say two words, about the word bigger and smaller. Okay, so the question is, when do we use the word bigger or the word smaller? So, are you ready to answer my question? Alright, so here is the answer. So, we use the word bigger or the word smaller when we want to compare the size of two things, whether it is bigger or it is smaller. So, to make it more understand, let's go to the example together. So, look, over here there are two balls. The first ball, when you look at it, you really don't know that it is big or it is small. You really don't know. And this one, when you look only one ball, you're really not sure that this ball is big or this ball is small. But then I put two balls close each other, and then you look at two balls, and then you start comparing two things, or like I said at the moment, two objects, to find out that it is bigger or it is smaller. So look, when I put the balls close each other, you can see that you really know that which one is bigger and which one is smaller. So look, so the ball A, or we say the number 1, the ball A, it is bigger or it is smaller? Yes, you're right, it is bigger. And then you look at the ball B and you compare the ball B to the ball A, you really can answer that the ball B is smaller. Yeah, you're right, the ball B is smaller. So look, the first two sentences, the first one I say, the ball A is, then the ball B. So what do you complete here? Bigger or smaller? So you look, the ball A is. So look, the ball A is bigger. So we complete the word bigger. So it becomes the ball A is bigger than the ball B. Okay. And the second sentence, our part 1, is the ball B. Look, the ball B is smaller or bigger? Yes, you're right, smaller. So we complete the word small, smaller. The ball B is smaller than the ball A. So look, B is smaller than the ball A. Okay. Now we go to the second example to make you more understand about this. So look, over here there are two pictures that they are siblings. The first one is brother, and the second one is sister. Okay, sister. So now we start comparing these two people, whether to find which one is bigger and which one is smaller. So look at their side. So we really can answer that. I know you have your own answer in your mind. So look, sister and brother. So which one is bigger? You're right. Sister? No. Brother? Yes. The brother is bigger than sister. And find which one is smaller. Look, to the brother and the sister again. The sister is smaller than brother. You're right. Now go to the sentences together. My brother is than my sister. So look, my brother is bigger. That's why we complete the word bigger here. It becomes my brother is bigger than my sister. And the second sentence is my sister is. So your sister is smaller than your brother. Go. My sister is smaller than my brother. Alright. So to teach you that you really understand about bigger or smaller, I want to give you a tag. So now we go to the tag one together. So tag one here is circle and color the bigger pictures only. So over here there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in each like number 1 and number 2 or number 3 have 2 things or 2 pictures that I want you to compare between these two things or 2 pictures, and then you decide it clearly whether which one is smaller and which one is bigger. And then your exercise or your tag require you to color and circle the bigger pictures only. So look between 2 pencils. So which one is bigger? Here, right? Which one is smaller? Here, right? But your tag is require you to circle the bigger picture, and then you color the bigger pictures only. And then about number 2, 3, 4, and 5, you do it in your notebook and drop it in our group later. So thank you for your watching and see you in the next.
Bigger and smaller.
Okay, hi there. So welcome back to our second video of our K2A math class. So let's have a quick review before going to learn our new lesson for today. So here is your review is on page 21. Let me review about part 1 about the word bigger and taller. So the question is, when do we use the word bigger and smaller? So we use the word bigger and smaller when we want to compare the size of 2 things, whether it is bigger or whether it is smaller. So like the example here, there are 2 balls. So when you look at the first ball, you're really not sure that the ball is big or the ball is small. And if you look only the ball B, you're really not sure that the ball is big or the ball is small too. But when you try to compare these 2 balls, you put 2 balls close and then you compare that which one is bigger and which one is smaller. So then you really have your answer in your mind. So you will answer that the ball A is bigger than the ball B, or you can say in one way, the ball B is smaller than the ball A. So that's all for the review. Now I think it's time to start a new lesson. So our new lesson for the second video is about my family, that we're going to learn about part 2. About the word taller and shorter. So the question is, when do we use the word taller and shorter? So this is similar to the part 1, but only the part 1, the word bigger and smaller, we focus on the side, the comparing out the side. But the word taller and shorter, we use it when we want to compare 2 things about the height of 2 things. Okay, so look at the example here. We have building 1 and building 2. So you try to compare these two buildings, whether it is taller or it is shorter. So look at the building 1 and building 2, and then you really can answer my question. So which building is taller and which building is shorter? You ready? Okay, so you will answer that building 1 is taller than building 2, or you can answer in another way is building 2 is shorter than building 1. Why I can say that? So you look at the floor of building 1. How many floors are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 floors. But look at the building 2. How many floors are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 floors. So when you're comparing the height of these two buildings, you really know that which one is taller and which one is shorter. Okay, so we go to the second example of the word taller and shorter. That we're going to talk about father and mother. So you really want to know the height of your father and mother, and then you will ask your father and mother to stand close, and then you try to compare about their height. So look, this is father and this is mother. So can you tell me which one is taller and which one is shorter? You ready to answer? Okay, go together. So when you look at these two people, you really know that father is taller than your mother. And we can say that my mother is shorter than my father. So that's all for the second part of our video, and now we go to the tag 2 to make sure that you understand the lesson. So your tag 2 is about marching. So you're going to match the word to the picture. Alright, so here is your task 2. So task 2 is about marching. Okay, so marching, there are only 2 words, but I just write it in 2 times. Like over here the word shorter, taller, and shorter. And over here there are 4 pictures. That this is also, we can say pine, or we can say in simple words tree. So this is tree, and this is building, and this is also building. And then you try to look at the picture, and then you can compare the tree number 1 to tree number 2. That which one is taller and which one is shorter. And then you just match to the word right here. And for the buildings too, you look at the building 1 and building 2, and you try to compare to find out that which one is taller or which one is shorter, and then you just match to the word right here. Okay, so that's all for the second video clip. So see you in the last episode. Bye.
Bigger and smaller.
Hi, welcome back to our last video clip for the lesson for today. So what have you learned so far from teacher from the lesson for today? So please go over to the lesson and then we do our homework together. So we have learned a lot from the first and second video, and here we're going to review you about bigger, smaller, taller, and shorter. And number one about the word bigger and smaller. So when we use the word bigger and smaller, when we want to compare the size of two things to find that it's smaller or it is bigger. As you know, if you look at the picture here, there are ball A and ball B, and then you compare these two balls, and you really can answer that, oh, the ball A is bigger than the ball B, or you can say the ball B is smaller than the ball A. And like the second example about the taller and shorter, when do we use this? So we use the word taller and shorter when we want to compare the height of two things or two animals or two people to find out, to know that this is taller than this or this is shorter than this. So like you look at the picture, there are two buildings, like building 1 and building 2, and then you try to count the floor of each building, and then you really know that the building 1 is taller than building 2, and the building 2 have only 3 floors, so building 2 is shorter than building 1. Okay, that's all for the review of the second video. So now we go to our homework. So our homework today is use the words in the box to fill in the gaps. So over here there are 4 words provided, like the word bigger, smaller, taller, and shorter. And over here we also have 4 pictures that you need to complete with the words in the box. So you look carefully with each building or each ball about the size and the height, and then you will choose each word in the box to complete in the blanks, in the gaps here. Okay, so I'm gonna take picture for you and drop into your online group. So hopefully guys, you have learned a lot from teacher today, and hopefully you catch up the lesson pretty well. So thank you for your watching and have a good day. Bye.